What's up, guys? It is time for adventure number 2 in our RV.
This past weekend, we took the RV to a campground a couple hours away from our house just to test out the electricity, the water, and the sewage. But for the next 5 days, we're going to be taking it to the East Coast, going to a couple of beaches, staying in parking lots. So this time, we're going to be trying out the lifestyle that we're probably going to be living when we actually live in the RV and don't have a bunch of money to stay at campgrounds every night.
Come along for this adventure with us.
Make sure if you want to see our first adventure with the RV, you go check out our most recent video.
The first thing we need to do before we hit the road is fill up our water tanks because we'll be boondocking on this trip, which means we will not have access to a lot of fresh hose water. So we're just going to fill up our tanks now.
All right, so while Hannah's outside, we're inside just checking the tank. So right here, there's a button for fresh water, and we can just see how.
Oh my gosh, it's pouring out.
So before I could even get to the button, she overfilled it. On you, Hannah. You're gonna have to clean up all that mess.
Okay.
So we are on the way. Our first stop is Savannah, Georgia. So it's about 5 hours is what it looks like. We'll probably get there around nighttime. We'll have to find some groceries and get some dinner. But yeah, we are on the way.
See you guys in Savannah.
Just kidding, because this is where everything starts to go downhill.
20 minutes into our trip and it's already pouring right now.
So we've made it about an hour and a half from our house. We are passing through Asheville, North Carolina right now. And we've got about 2 hours until our first stop.
We made it to South Carolina, and we're actually about to pass the place where we bought the RV from.
Oh, I found it. It's right there.
Wow, look at that.
We officially made it to our first stop in Columbia.
REI.
Before we go in, we are going to go ahead and lock up all of our compartments.
We're all locked up. On the outside, everything's locked. We're locked up. We're locked. It's locked. The RV is locked.
Now we're going to go into REI. It was a good trip. We left with a hoodie thing, some Birkenstocks, some flavored marshmallows. We've never tried them before, so they sound fun. And a beanie. Where's the beanie?
It's in your...
Oh, the beanie's in my hand. Now we're matching. We are finished up with REI, and now we are going to head straight to Savannah, Georgia. So we actually realized that before we get on the road to Savannah, we need to stop and get gas because we are on like 1/8 of a tank. So we're about to see how much it costs to fill this thing up because we have actually never filled it up ourselves. All right, so this is actually getting kind of scary. I'm hoping it stops at like 69, but so far it's not looking too good. But you know, it's my bank account and not Hannah's, so everything's gonna be okay, I guess.
It's not mine yet.
All right, so it's finally slowing down. We thought it was gonna be like $69, but it's like double that so far. How do you feel right now? I mean, you're not paying for it, but... So $125 later, we are gonna head to Savannah, Georgia.
We just realized that our little rear view mirror down there, it's coming off. So we are taking the next exit so we can stop and fix it.
Luckily, we do still have like a roll of 3M tape somewhere in here. This is what we used for the last mirror. We put in a new mirror on this side as well. So it should be pretty easy to tape this one back up. So this thing is like actually barely hanging on there. Like it was literally just, it could fall off any second. So I'm glad Hannah noticed that. It's all taped up now, we just have to put it on. So the spot that we pulled over at just happens to have a Firehouse Subs right next door. So we're actually just gonna go ahead and grab some dinner. Even though we were gonna make dinner tonight in the RV, it's looking like we're not gonna get to Savannah until like 9:30 or 10. So we're just gonna go ahead and stop and get food. Bad news, we just got back to the RV from getting our food and
It won't start.
It won't start. The RV will not start. It's like there's no power. Right when I put the key in, there was a little bit of power and then it just cut right off, which I'm a little bit confused about because in the back of the RV, the marine batteries that we have, everything is still working. Like the lights and everything still work, but the battery in the front is not working. Like the actual cab battery is off. So this is gonna be an issue. We do have this little emergency kit somewhere in the RV, so we're gonna check and see if that happens to have like a battery powered jumper kit in it. And if not, we're gonna have to figure out another solution. Just our luck, it did not have the jumper cable thing, so we're gonna go across the street. There's a little Dollar General right here, so they might, hopefully they'll have something, and if not, we might just have to ask somebody if they can help jump our car or our RV. Of course, again, just our luck, Dollar General does not have anything. They didn't even have regular jumper cables. I don't really know what to do. We're kind of in the hood here, I'm not gonna lie. So we're trying to find like an auto store somewhere close.
There's literally nothing.
Literally everything is like 4+ miles away, so it's kind of rough. Right now, we're kind of just looking in the engine bay just because we don't know if something actually went wrong, because it is kind of random that just out of nowhere, the battery just completely stopped working. Like nothing was left on, you know, it's new to us. We haven't had any issues with it yet. but it's like the first time we've actually really gotten out and driven it, it dies. So we're just looking to see if there's any issues, and so far we're not seeing anything. So we are just gonna go try and find somebody, see if somebody will help us jump it. The RV literally just edged us. It turned on for a second, all the lights and everything turned on, and I went to put the key in and nothing happened. It just turned, everything just completely turned off. So I have no idea what's going on right now. We're literally gonna walk over to Firehouse Subs right now and see if anybody will help us jump our car. And then hopefully from there, we're gonna go straight to an auto parts store where we can buy some sort of jumper kit just in case this happens again. We have something to save ourselves instead of relying on other people that we don't know. So wish us luck.
We found some people to help us dump the RV, and we're hoping that it's gonna work out. We're walking to the parking lot right now.
Yep.
They're back there somewhere. Hopefully this works.
Yeah.
Or else we might be
If not,
screwed.
there's a big storm coming. So
Oh,
it
boy.
might not go too great.
Just our luck.
But they also have a small car, which shouldn't really matter because the batteries are the same size. But we don't really know how this is gonna go. So we're just hoping for the best, to be honest.
Yep.
The jumper cables did not work.
We're not having much luck with
We're
this.
not having luck. The people that tried to help us did have a very small car, so now we're trying to look for somebody with a bigger car, maybe a truck, something like that, that has maybe a little bit more capability than a small car.
Yeah, there's a few trucks in this parking lot.
Trucks. So once somebody comes out of these restaurants, we're gonna ask them, and again, wish us luck. We just went to the parking lot again and asked like probably 15 people, and nobody has jumper cables still. So I honestly just don't really know what the move is. It's 8:10 right now, and we could get an Uber. The closest Walmart or auto store is like 5 miles away. So that's kind of like the only option that we have right now. We don't really know what else to do. So I think we're gonna go for that. Update, we just ordered our Uber. He's about 10 minutes away and it is 8:15 right now. We got it directly to AutoZone. We're just gonna hope that they have, well, obviously they're gonna have jumper cables, but we're gonna look for battery powered jumper box. Just that way, if something like this happens again, we can jump it ourselves. And then we're also gonna get regular jumper cables just in case, again, if this happens again, we have jumper cables and just need a car to pull up, because there are so many big trucks out here that would definitely be willing to help, but they don't have jumper cables. We'll catch it AutoZone.
Yeah.
We're in the AutoZone now, and now we're realizing how freaking expensive it is to try and buy a battery jumper. It's like the one that we probably need is like at least $200. So we're kind of struggling, trying to figure out how to do that, how to justify that when we could just buy a battery for the same amount. But we really are just gonna hope this works, and we might just need to go for it, to be honest.
Yeah, and if we buy the battery, like, we're struggling getting the battery out of the RV.
Exactly, so we need a socket set to do that, and we don't have one. So either way, maybe we should buy a socket set and a battery jumper. But either way, it's looking like it's gonna be an expensive night. Yeah, and shout out to all the people that have offered to help tonight. Thank you. $250 later at AutoZone, we can't get an Uber back. So we're 5 miles away from the RV and we don't really have a way of getting back. We're literally trying to walk and find this police officer that just drove by to see if he'll give us a ride. Because at this point we have no other options. It's getting dark, we don't have a light, our phones are both about to die, and we don't know what to do.
We're cooked.
We're cooked. Update, the guy Marvin that just gave us a ride to AutoZone is coming back to pick us up. Shout out Marvin, you are a lifesaver. It does say he's 30 minutes away. But it's okay, because that's better than us walking, because it said walking would take us 2 hours. So I'm okay with it. On the plus side, it is honestly a really pretty sunset from where we are. It would definitely be better if we were in Savannah, Georgia right now. But we're working through this. It is probably like one of the toughest nights we've ever had, especially in this RV, because we've only stayed 2 other nights in it. But it's really pretty outside, so we're gonna get through this. It's gonna be okay. So we just got back and we already tried to start it, it would not. So we're gonna try this battery pack and try and jump it again. And we're just gonna hope for the best for like the 10th time tonight.
Okay.
All right, so this thing should be, yeah, it's almost fully charged. So that is a good sign off the bat.
Okay.
Wait, which one do we put first? Oh no, they won't fit.
Wondering that.
All right, that is going.
Okay. Moment of truth, guys. So we might be spending the night in Orangeburg, South Carolina.
We got the battery pack on here and we are not having any luck with it. It's like there's no power actually getting to the actual RV. We don't really know what to do at this point. The only thing we're thinking is we could get a big truck over here. We got jumper cables now, so maybe we could see if they could hook them up and maybe we get some power then. But otherwise we don't really have many options other than to stay the night here and figure it out in the morning.
Oh
so
my gosh,
after
it's like the ghetto.
how many hours? I don't even know. It's been like
It's
6
literally
hours.
been like 6 hours that we've been here.
6 hours later, Ricky, you're getting a shout out.
You should have called sooner. I didn't know that.
Shout out to Ricky, he saved our lives. Oh my goodness. The negative terminal was just a little bit loose.
My God.
This is insane. Ricky, you're gonna get so many kisses when I see you. After literally we've been in this parking lot 6 hours now, and shout out Ricky, you helped us. You literally saved our entire trip. Thank you so much. But now we're just gonna tighten down the negative terminal. That is all it was. It was just a little bit loose, and we wiggled it a little bit and it turned back on. So we're just gonna tighten that, and then we're gonna get on the road, and we're finally gonna actually head to Savannah, Georgia. Right now, if you haven't already seen the sign, we are in Orangeburg, South Carolina. I've never been here. Seems like a cool town, but we've just been in the ghetto the whole time, so it's not been too fun. We are officially good to go. So next time you guys see us, we'll be in Savannah, Georgia. We are not going to sleep until we get to Savannah. It doesn't matter how late it is. All right, so after I don't even know how many hours, we have officially made it to Savannah, Georgia.
Oh wait, I think it's actually been like 12 hours since we left.
It's been 12 hours since we left. It was supposed to be a 4.5-hour drive, 5-hour drive, and it ended up 12 hours. 6 to 8 hours of us trying to fix our RV and get here. We ended up in a Cracker Barrel parking lot in Savannah, Georgia. Shout out to Cracker Barrel for letting people stay in their parking lots. We are going to bed, so we'll see you guys in the morning. So we just finished setting up our bed and all the window covers and everything. This is our first night of ever boondocking or camping without any power, electricity, anything like that. So what we did is we just got pieces of poster board to cover up the windows. In the smaller windows, we just used pillows that we have. The back window, we didn't have an extra poster board, so we're actually hanging up a little towel with a piece of tape. And then the top, we've got more poster board. And then we've got our little pallet. We're gonna sleep good tonight. It is pretty dark in here with the lights off, so it is gonna be pretty nice. There is a highway nearby, but it is a Cracker Barrel, so that's kind of to be expected. So for free, you know, I think we can deal with it for sure. But it's also our first time ever sleeping up on the top bunk, because before we've just been sleeping in the back bed. But tonight we're pretty tired. It is like 2 a.m. We did not feel like sliding the slide out tonight, so we're just gonna sleep in the top. So far, everything is looking good since we left that stupid orange town, whatever. So we'll catch you guys in the morning.
Good morning, everyone. It is our first morning boondocking.
Good morning. Now that we're kind of rested up a little bit more, we wanted to talk about what happened yesterday before we talk about today. As you guys just watched, last night our battery was not giving any power to the actual van part of our RV, and obviously that's an issue because we can't start our RV. We had no power for like AC. We couldn't charge our phones up there. Nothing up there would work, and it seemed weird because all the issues that would normally go wrong with the battery weren't what was wrong, and it ended up being a very simple fix. So after about 6 hours of us being in that parking lot trying to find a fix, we got it figured out. So shout out to Ricky who FaceTimed us and helped us. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. But after that, we got on the road. We had another 2-hour drive from Orangeburg, South Carolina to Savannah, Georgia. So that's where we are now. We're in a Cracker Barrel parking lot in Savannah, Georgia, and we're gonna get into today now.
Our first night boondocking was definitely a learning experience. We didn't have blinds or curtains or anything to cover our windows, so we literally have them covered up with like pieces of poster board right now. Look at that, crafty. This is where we slept, right here in the top, and it is really, really hot.
So yeah, it was really hot. We did originally have these 2 fans. So we bought this one for 25 bucks from Walmart last night. And then this one is something that my parents donated to us. This one lasted us all night. It was on the low setting, but this one was on the high setting and it died quicker. So we do definitely need more of a long-term fix, just because something like these small fans isn't necessarily gonna be a long-term solution.
We don't really have much of a plan for what we're gonna do today, but at some point today we do have to drive an hour and a half to Hilton Head.
Hilton Head is where we're going to be staying the night tonight, but for right now, we're going to go get some breakfast in Cracker Barrel. Anna decided to go ahead and eat without me. So we finished up breakfast at Cracker Barrel. It was amazing, by the way, and now we're just going to go ahead and clean everything up. As you can see, it is kind of a mess in here, especially like the couch just has stuff scattered all over it. And then we're going to head into downtown Savannah. We're going to hit up an AutoZone where we're going to return the battery-powered jumper kit that we got last night, because that was like $200. And then we're going to head into downtown Savannah where we're going to go explore. We are officially pulling into Savannah right now. We got everything at AutoZone returned, and we are pulling in right now. The challenge that we're gonna have now is actually trying to find parking, because we are in a 22.5-foot RV. There's not many places to park. There are like public parking lots, but a lot of them, like this one right next to us, are just like single spot parking lots. So for an RV, I don't really know what we're gonna do yet. So we're just kind of driving around and gonna see what we can do. After like 30 minutes of searching, we found a parking spot in a Kroger parking lot. So it's a grocery store. Most grocery stores are okay with it, and this is like the only big parking lot. We're gonna go inside just to check to make sure they're okay with us parking here for a few hours. Maybe buy something so it's like actually okay. But we are officially gonna go explore Savannah. What we were supposed to be doing yesterday, we're finally doing today. So actually, change of plans. Kroger said that we cannot park here, so we need to go find somewhere else to park. So we ended up finding some just like parallel parking on the road. Savannah, Georgia does allow you to park on the road during certain times, so we just did that and we're hoping for the best. So shout out to Books on the Bay, this store right here. We just went and talked to, I think maybe the owners, and they were super nice and told us all about the parking and how everything works around here. So it's only $1 an hour to park the RV on the street in certain areas. So we're just gonna do that, park for the rest of the night, and then we're gonna drive to Hilton Head later tonight. But it's time to go explore.
We are currently walking to pay for our parking. RV is right there. Look at how pretty these streets are. Who's gonna tell me that Savannah, Georgia is so like pretty? All of these streets, like literally every street you look down is just beautiful. Look at this. These are just like neighborhoods. Well, exclude the dumpster, but look at that. That's beautiful.
Number.
This is nice. We have officially made it to Forsyth Park. Apparently this is where they filmed Forrest Gump. This is what we're looking at. Looks beautiful.
Thanks. You're beautiful too, I guess.
Okay.
So we're just gonna walk through the park. We're gonna go find the Forrest Gump bench. If you guys don't know, it's at like a little bus stop. It's just a bench that Forrest Gump was sitting on when they were filming the movie. So we're just gonna see it, because why not? Because this park is obviously really pretty. You're welcome, it's prettier with me in it. This park was really pretty, but we actually found out that we are in the wrong park looking for Forrest Gump's bench. How we came across this park, I have no idea.
It was Caden.
It might have been, but now we're gonna head back the other direction where we just came from and try and find the actual park that it's at. We are officially pulling up to the park. Now we just need to actually find the bench that we're looking for. Bad news, we are at the park, and then I just saw on Safari that it is no longer a thing and it's in a museum now. Hannah's gonna hit me now. But there is a coffee shop right next door, so we're just gonna go get some coffee because it is hot outside and we need something cold. Our coffee break was good, but now is for the real test. We're gonna see if our family and friends really watch by going to get tattoos. We're not gonna tell anybody that we're going to get tattoos. Family and friends, if you're seeing this, this is your test to see if you're really true fans, true supporters of us. So this tattoo shop that we're headed to is on River Street, which is literally right on the river. So we're gonna go explore there too. Looks like a really pretty area so far. So we just stopped in at the tattoo shop, and Hannah actually forgot her ID in the RV, which is 1.5 miles away. So we're gonna walk back to the RV, and then we're actually just gonna drive it closer. Our time for parking runs out in like 30 minutes anyways. We were just gonna chance it, but now we actually have the opportunity to move it closer. We're gonna go ahead and do that.
Look at what we just found. I've been craving macarons for like 3 weeks straight now, and look, they have a pina colada flavor. We're about to go crazy, guys. Guess how much money we're gonna spend. Okay, bye.
All right, so we found another parking spot for the RV. This time it's in a prettier spot in the shade, which is like the best part. And we're just gonna walk back to the tattoo shop. We are a little closer this time. We're like a little less than 1/2 mile away, so it is a little better. We used the bathroom, got some food real quick, so we are good to go.
Hashtag pumped.
Hashtag pumped. Mom, Dad, if you see this, then you're real fans. That's all I gotta say. We are on the way to the tattoo place. We've got like 10 minutes left in our walk.
We're taking a tour of the cemetery.
We are currently taking a tour of the cemetery. You can just walk straight through it. It's honestly really pretty because there's like nice trees and like flowers and stuff everywhere.
I'd get buried here.
I would get buried here too. I'd do it.
Okay.
After our 1/2 mile walk back, it was finally time to get our tattoos. We ended up at a place called Anonymous Tattoo in downtown Savannah, and it was awesome. One guy did both of our tattoos. His name was Paul, and he was awesome, so I would definitely recommend going back to him. Both of us loved how our tattoos came out. And an added bonus, Paul actually used to work at the tattoo shop in New York City where I got my forearm tattoo. After that, we headed down to River Street. It's honestly a lot prettier than I thought it'd be. After we explored a little bit, it was time to get on the road to Hilton Head. RV's never been on a bridge like this.
Look at this.
I was super happy to see that most of this drive wasn't actually on a highway, and it was through back roads, which were really pretty. We are finally in Hilton Head. After so long waiting to be in Hilton Head, we finally made it. We are headed to Walmart right now to get a couple things. That's probably where we're gonna end up staying the night, but we'll see. We just pulled into the Walmart in Hilton Head, and this is the beautiful parking lot that we are hopefully gonna be staying in tonight. It looks super cozy, it sounds super cozy, but we are just gonna go check with this individual Walmart just to make sure they're okay with RVs staying in the parking lot. But if they do, this is gonna be a great place to stay tonight. We just got back from the RV after our trip into Walmart. We decided to get a mattress topper. That way the top bunk does have a little bit more padding when we're sleeping on it. We also got a water purifier, a bed sheet that we can use over the mattress topper and the top bunk, some satin pillowcases, and some wipes that we can use when we don't have access to our shower. All right, so we just got done setting everything up that we bought at Walmart, and now we're just chilling here in the RV. It is insanely hot in here, and we thought that our generator would turn on the AC, but it is actually not. So right now we've got 2 fans literally blowing directly on us, and we don't really know what to do because right now we have no AC and it's like 90 degrees, so we don't really know what to do. We were gonna make dinner, but it took so long and we're so hungry that we're just gonna eat kind of like the leftovers we have from yesterday because we didn't even finish our subs from last night because we were driving and trying to fix the RV. So right now, day 2 went well, but night of day 2 is not going too great so far. We figured out the issue with the AC and everything. It was actually the fact that the generator was not actually connected to our RV. Silly, I know, but we didn't think to check that. So we went out and checked everything on the outside and that was the issue. So we've got the AC, all of our lights and everything running. We're not gonna keep the generator on all night because we don't wanna waste up all of our gas. We're just gonna keep it on for maybe 10-15 more minutes just so we can get it cooled down in here before we go to sleep.
Good morning, everyone. We just woke up in a Walmart parking lot in Hilton Head Island.
The prettiest Walmart I've ever seen probably in my life. Last night, once we got the AC and everything fixed up, we ended up just editing a video and like going straight to sleep just because it was cold in here, so we wanted to go to sleep as soon as we could after we turned the generator off, just because we knew it would heat back up super quick. When we woke up, it was super hot again, so we'll need to figure out like a longer term solution than having AC on before we go to bed and then turning it off because we woke up sweating. We're about to just figure out breakfast and then we're gonna head to the beach for the day. We decided to get some little frozen breakfast bowls that we're just gonna microwave so we can turn the generator on and we'll have power to the microwave. So we're just gonna have those for breakfast. We decided to get some coffees as well, and then soon we're gonna head to the beach. But we actually just realized it's our first time using this microwave, so we don't actually know if it works even, to be honest. First meal in Hilton Head. It's gonna be amazing, I already know it. We finished up breakfast and we just cleaned up the RV, swept and mopped and vacuumed, did everything we possibly could. So now we're gonna head to the beach finally. After multiple days of us waiting to go to the beach, we're finally gonna make it. It's
11:43 and we're finally going to the beach, so hopefully the weather's gonna be good and we can just have a nice beach day.
We are almost at the beach. We're only like half a mile away, but we did decide that we're gonna stop at a Starbucks just so we could upload one of our videos, just because Hotspot is not working as well as we thought it would. We don't have Starlink yet. We are planning to get that, so in the future we won't really have to stop at random Starbucks to work. But right now we are just gonna pull in and upload this video real quick.
We just went to one parking lot near one of the beaches here, and it said that RVs are not allowed in that parking lot, but it directed us to the other side of the beach where there's supposedly a parking lot for RVs to have metered parking, so wish us luck. Good news, we found dedicated RV parking spots in this parking lot. This is amazing. I think this is the first like dedicated RV spot we found on this whole trip.
We did it. We officially made it to the beach. Shout out to Hannah helping me park this thing. We are finally gonna actually head to the beach. We parked it, we're good. We're gonna pay for parking and then we're gonna go get in the ocean. We just got back from the beach and got all changed up and everything. We're about to make some lunch. The beach was super fun. It was really, really windy though. The water was really warm. We got in the water for a little bit. The waves were so strong though that they were like pushing us down the beach. So we decided to just get out and just lay down and tan for a while. We were probably there for like 2 hours total, so it wasn't super long. We're getting really hungry, so we're gonna make some food and then we're gonna go alligator hunting. All right, so there's a park that's like really close to the RV, and I think we're just gonna go search for alligators there because we can just walk to it. So wish us luck. Change of plans. The park was actually a little bit farther than we thought it was, so we're just gonna drive back to a park that was next to the Walmart that we stayed in last night. It looked pretty cool, and on Google Maps it showed an alligator as one of the pictures. So we're gonna go searching for it. All right, so we just got to this new park and we already saw an alligator. Literally, we were just trying to park and we already saw one. So this is gonna be fun.
This
Very
is gonna
exciting.
be good.
Hannah is on a mission here to go wrestle an alligator. So wish her luck this time. I'm just here with the knife just to save her just in case, but I have faith in her.
Just in case?
Yeah, I mean, I know she's got this, to be honest.
Okay.
So we've already spotted alligator
I'm about to go
number 1.
wrestle it.
She's about to go wrestle it. Look at that thing. How big do we think it is? Like
2 inches?
Wait. Yeah, so it's probably about 2 inches long, so Hannah's got that easily. So we just walked onto this little trail that they have, and it's honestly, it's so pretty. Mm-hmm. There's definitely some alligators back here. We're just yet to find more.
We're gonna get them.
We're gonna get them. So I think we're just gonna swim over to this big guy He's, like I said, only like 2 inches long. We can only see his tail right now because he's so tiny, but we got this. Now you're gonna wrestle the bird, huh? We just walked the entire loop and we only saw the one alligator. We saw it right at the beginning, so it wasn't as fun. We were kind of hoping we'd see more, especially since we saw one right at the beginning. It made us think there was gonna be more, but there wasn't. So we're just gonna use these bathrooms, take advantage of the park bathroom.
We just made it back to the RV, and now our next destination is Charleston, which is about 2.5 hours away from where we are in Hilton Head right now. We're excited, can't wait. Woo!
And yet again, it was more back roads with super scenic views. We just arrived to the truck stop in Charleston, and Hannah is running in just to make sure that we can park here and see information about showers, just because we went to the beach today. We definitely need a shower. While she's doing that, I'm going to fill this thing up with gas because it says we have 80 miles left. It was on empty. This is about to be expensive. I don't like these numbers. $125 later, Hannah found out that showers cost $17. We're not really willing to pay $17 each just to go shower. You know, we're not that dirty. We just have like sand in our hair just a little bit. And it's not really worth 40 bucks just for us to shower. So we're just gonna push through.
We were super lucky that someone pulled out of one of the parking spots, so we were able to get a place to sleep for the night. We're waking up super early tomorrow to watch the sunrise. And
since we already got a parking spot and a place to stay tonight, we're just gonna make some dinner. We're probably gonna have breakfast for dinner actually, which I'm really excited for. But that's kind of gonna wrap up our night. We're gonna try and go to sleep pretty early tonight after we edit some videos. And then we're gonna wake up super early, obviously, for the sunrise. We just got done with dinner and decided to go ahead and clean up the RV so everything is nice and clean. It is cold in here, freezing cold AC. It is so hot outside, so it feels really nice in here. But we are going to sleep.
We are really enjoying our trip so far, and I'm really glad we're getting to do this. This is a lot of fun.
So far, I think that the truck stop is probably my favorite place to sleep. We haven't even gone to sleep yet, but I do feel really comfortable here. I feel like we just kind of fit in better than at like Cracker Barrel or like a Walmart, something like that. So it just feels really nice. I like that part.
But for now, good night. See you guys tomorrow.
It is 5:30 in the morning. We slept terrible last night, but we don't care. We are going to the sunset. We don't care. We're doing this. Sunrise. Oh my gosh. We're going to the sunrise. It's about a 20 to 30 minute drive. We're just going to go to a park at the tip of Charleston. So we're going to go get some energy drinks. I'm going to go run in and use the bathroom, and then we are going to hit the road.
So as you guys know, before we went to bed last night, we turned the AC on in hopes that it would like cool down the RV enough for us to be able to sleep. And we went to bed around 10 o'clock and it didn't work. The RV got so hot last night, and I woke up around like 1 a.m. and I had to use the restroom. So I used the restroom, and when I got back, I could not go back to sleep. I was like sweating just laying there. It was horrible. It was so hot. So we both slept really bad last night, but it's all right. This is just a test run for now, but obviously in the future, we're going to have to come up with a solution for this problem. So if you guys have any tips for how we can sleep and keep our RV cool in the summer, please let us know.
So as you can see, we're already getting the sunrise just from the truck stop. So we already know this is going to be like the most beautiful sunrise we've ever seen. So once again, the issue we're having this morning is trying to find parking, and all of these streets are so narrow, it's really making it extra difficult. There is a parking, you can't see it here, there's a parking lot on our left side. We might go over here and try and look, otherwise we might have to park at like a grocery store or something, because I don't think this thing is gonna fit in any street parking. All right, we ended up finding parking in this Harris Teeter parking lot. It is right next to the water, so it is actually like really pretty. We did sadly kind of miss the sunrise just because we got here so late and then took us an hour to find parking, which was pretty rough. It was kind of expected, we should have known, but we still got to see the sunrise as we drove here, so that was really nice. But now we're just gonna go explore Charleston for the day. We just talked to the store manager and they said that we cannot park here because they don't actually own the parking lot. It's another company, and that company will basically put chalk on our tires, and a few hours later, if the chalk is still there, or if the vehicle is still there with chalk on it, they'll put a boot on our car, and it's like $250 to get those off. And we definitely don't want that, so we're gonna keep searching, and I really hope that we can find a spot before it gets super busy out here, because these roads are very tight, and it's nice that we're here early before all the cars and all the traffic is out. So wish us luck. All right, we did find parking. We're just behind the Harris Teeter now. That's the Harris Teeter. We're just on the other side. There's like paid parking back here. So we did end up finding a spot, and it was only like $3 an hour, so it's not as bad as we were thinking it could be. It feels so weird to be walking around with like nobody else here. Seems like there should be other tourists exploring Charleston at 6 a.m. This is one of the main roads, and as you can see, there's like absolutely nobody on it. Even though nothing's open, it does look really cool. We took our first stop into Walgreens so Hannah could get some Tums. But people are finally starting to come out, and it's getting really pretty once the sun is like out and you can actually see everything. It's super bright out here. I really like it so far. I think that this is the White House or something. I forget what it's called. So right here behind us, this is like the city market thing. It looks pretty cool. It's like a lot of little tiny booths set up where people sell stuff. Sadly, it opens at 9:30 and right now it's only like 8:30. So hopefully soon we can go hit that up. But right now we got some coffee and we're gonna keep walking around. So we've been exploring for a while now, and now we are on the mission of finding an acai bowl for Hannah. So we're pretty close to a playa bowls, but so far we're having a lot of fun. Now she's happy. Now that Hannah has had her acai bowl, we're gonna go explore because some of the shops are finally starting to open up. So there's a couple places that we're gonna pop into, and there's also a park up here that looks pretty cool that we could stop and look at too. We found the park. It's really quiet over here. There's a nice little fountain behind us. I really like it because we're finally in the shade, because everywhere else is just sun beating down on us, and it's like 90 degrees out here, so it's nice to have some shade with a little breeze. So it's kind of a nice chill little spot. So we've been chilling in the park for a little while. We are gonna head to Urban Outfitters right across the street. We've just been waiting for them to open because it's only like 9:50 right now. We're gonna start walking that direction, and then from Urban Outfitters we're gonna head to the marketplace that we walked past earlier, because it's past 9:30 now. They're opened up. It looked pretty sweet. Maybe we could get like some sort of souvenir or something. We made it to the Urban Outfitters. This is the biggest, most open store I've ever seen. There's so much room. What do you guys think of this hat on Hannah? I think it's good. I think it fits her personality very well. We didn't find anything that we liked at Urban Outfitters, but we're gonna go to this kitchen store because we need some salt and pepper shakers, and we're just gonna hope that they have some fun ones. We again did not find anything, so nothing in the kitchen store, nothing in Urban Outfitters. Now we're headed to the market, so hopefully we find something fun there because it looks like there is a lot of options. We made it to the market. It is actually bigger than we thought because it goes this way and it goes back that direction. So we got lots of shopping to do, lots of time. We can do whatever we want. We have our parking for another hour and a half, so we're good.
We'll let you guys know what we buy.
The city market ended up being a really cute spot. It was a ton of small businesses that were set up selling their local products. If you're ever in the area, I think you should definitely go check it out. It was also a lot bigger than we actually thought it was before we went inside. There were multiple buildings disconnected from each other, so you couldn't actually see how long the entire thing was until you would actually walk through the entire thing. Even if you don't want to buy anything, I would definitely recommend going to check it out. Well, we actually didn't buy anything, but now we are headed back to the RV and we are gonna head to Myrtle Beach where we're gonna be staying tonight.
We just got back to the RV and now it's time to head out of Charleston. We had a really fun day today. I love Charleston. It's such a cute little city. We enjoyed walking around and peeking in a bunch of stores. It was nice. And now it is time to make the 2.5-hour drive to Myrtle Beach to see Caden's grandparents.
Sadly, the drive from Charleston to Myrtle Beach wasn't quite as pretty as the other drives. It mainly just consisted of going over big bridges and staying on the highways, which of course got pretty tiring, and it was just really boring. It's gonna be our boats one day. Luckily, this drive wasn't too long.
2.5 hours later, we finally made it to Caden's grandma's house. We're planning on spending some time with her today and then spending the night in her driveway in our RV.
Oh yeah. So little update, our original plan was to stay at my grandma's house in our RV, and we were basically just gonna have all the plugins. So she had a hose and electrical that we were gonna plug up and have the RV where we can have AC and everything, because it is very hot outside. And as you guys can see from this vlog, it has been a struggle for us. We haven't been sleeping very good, but it turns out the RV keeps tripping the breaker. So we're not actually gonna be able to stay in the RV tonight just because our AC is not working. We're in a neighborhood, so we don't wanna use a generator. So right now it's going to be way too hot in there until we find another option for how we can cool the RV in situations like this. So Granny was nice enough to give us his bedroom for the night. Shout out Granny. Thank you so much. Woo! And now we have a nice, comfortable, and cool room to stay in for the night. We do want to be in the RV right now, but this is just kind of the better option for us temporarily. But we're going to be back at it tomorrow where we head to Wilmington.
Woo!
Good night.
We just woke up from our best night of sleep probably because we actually had AC this night. And so our plan now is we're going to make some breakfast with Caden's grandma real quick, and then we're going to tidy up the RV and head to Wilmington today.
Here's some napkins.
Breakfast was great. Now it's time to head towards Wilmington. We are going to make a few stops. We definitely want to get some coffee, and there are a few things that we need to pick up along the way, but we are finally going to head that way.
At the next light, turn left.
We are down to half a tank of gas, and so Kaden is going to stay here and pump the gas while I run next door and get us coffee.
Yep, you heard that right. She gets to do the fun stuff while I have to pump gas. And guess what? I'm paying for both. We just wanted to top it off before we do the 2-hour drive to Wilmington. So hopefully the number's not going to be that high this time. But this is the first time we're actually filling up the gas tank all the way, because every other time we filled it up from empty, and it's capped off at every single gas station at $125. So we're about to see how much it costs to actually fill up the entire thing. So it ended up right at $100 for literally just half a tank. This is insane. Hey, but on the plus side, at least it does say 580-mile range. That is great. After me waiting 3.5 hours for Hannah to get back from the coffee place, she finally has our drinks. All right, so we got our coffee and got gas, and now we're gonna make our way to a Lowe's halfway in between Myrtle Beach and Wilmington, just because we need to pick up a couple of things. We officially made it to Lowe's. We kind of just wanted a little break just so we could stretch our legs, but there are also a couple things that we want to look for. We need more mouse traps because we have mice in the RV, if you guys did not know that. And we want to talk to somebody about what they think we should use. Same thing for the ants that we have in here. And we want to look at blinds/shades for the RV, just because we don't have anything as of right now. So it's just super bright in here at night. We don't have much privacy. There's always a window or two that's uncovered. So we want to look into that. And we also need an extension cord that is a good enough gauge for us to plug into a house outlet. And then we'll be on the way to Wilmington.
Woo!
After a successful trip to Lowe's, we are going to make our way to Wilmington. It is about another hour drive. We just looked. We keep getting caught in these little mini rainstorms, and our windshield wipers are not going fast enough, so we actually just pulled over in this random little community area, and we're going to put on some Rain-X over the windshield and our mirrors because we need it. We bought some, we just never put it on, so we're going to go ahead and put that on. Our windows are clean, and we are officially back on the road. We are almost there. We're getting so close. So we're pulling up right into Wilmington right now, and it's already looking like the weather is not too great. It's rained almost the entire drive here, almost 2 hours, and it paused just for a sec, but it's already looking like it's gonna start up again. At least we have a pretty view. I do want to say that driving into Wilmington was super pretty. I really like going over this big bridge.
We just made it to Wilmington, and we found this cute little park that we've decided we're going to play pickleball at because we've had these for a while and we've never gotten the chance to use them. So we're going to take advantage of it right now.
So far, it does look really pretty here. There was kind of a good amount of traffic getting here, but everything is really pretty. All the buildings and stuff, the architecture, it looks really nice. And I'm excited to have a park. This park is empty. There's probably 5 other cars here, and it doesn't seem like there's any issue for the RV just because it was really easy. Other than the traffic, it was really easy to get in here versus the other cities we've been to so far don't really have a spot like this. Now you guys get to see how much better I am than Hannah at pickleball. I've never played pickleball before.
I know.
You ready? Neither have you, apparently. Oh, that's right. First point to me. Game 1 goes to me. We should probably stop playing now because I'm going to beat you so bad.
No.
Wait, it went out.
That was in. I literally watched it bounce in the lines.
Watch that bounce outside of the lines.
You're a little rusty.
Yeah. Rustic, whatever. What? As you guys probably expected, I just beat Hannah 2 out of 3 games. We played to 11 and I destroyed her. I mean, that
you won by 1 point.
The one middle game, I just kind of let her have that.
Sure.
But it is so hot. We are dripping sweat. The second we walked out into the sun, we've just been sweating so much. So we're gonna go use the bathroom, and our friend Caleb just got here. So we're just gonna hang out with him for a little bit in Wilmington. So Caleb was nice enough. He offered actually to drive us to downtown Wilmington just because we're in this RV. He understands that we don't want to have to try and park it again. So we're gonna pull it to the other side of this park that we're sitting at, and we're gonna park it there for a couple of hours while he drives us down there. We're hoping that we can just have some time to explore downtown and just have a little bit of fun.
So we are in Wilmington now, downtown Wilmington. We're just walking around, and then we're gonna go probably try and get some food somewhere.
Probably? No, we're definitely getting food
somewhere.
We haven't eaten in days. Shout out Caleb for the ride downtown. Ladies, hit him up. He's single. I'll put his Instagram, Snapchat, all his social media. He's a millionaire. He just drove us here in his Lambo. He's planning on buying me a Supra pretty soon.
Ooh.
So you know, he's a pretty cool guy.
He's so nonchalant.
Yeah, so nonchalant. Found the battleship. Probably just gonna swim to it, go explore.
We are currently headed to the boardwalk in Wilmington to walk around.
In Wilmington, do you think they didn't already know that?
What?
That we're in Wilmington? We talked about this, Hannah. It's really pretty here. This kind of reminds me of the like River Street in Savannah.
Yeah.
There's like one road just right on the river. There's a bridge we were on earlier. Found the old Wilmington City Market. Of course, Hannah's gonna go try and buy the whole store even though she's using my money.
This is nice in here.
It feels amazing, the AC. Maybe we should get some wind chimes for the RV. I feel like that'd be good. We're definitely gonna stay away from the books.
Yeah.
Probably gonna put this on top of the RV. We're gonna buy it and put it on the RV, huh? Hannah has been begging to take pictures this entire trip, so Caleb pointed out that there's this fancy little parking garage right here. So we're gonna go try and get up top on there. We brought our digital camera and our phone, so we're gonna go try and take some pictures. We basically made it to the top. It's only taken us like 45 minutes to get up here.
Taking us?
Taking us.
It's only taking us?
Well, we actually took an elevator. It was like a minute. Sunset would be awesome up here. If only it wasn't so hot, we could stay.
We got up to the top of this parking garage and we decided that it's too hot for pictures because we're like soaking wet.
Well, Hannah's soaking wet. I'm perfectly fine. I don't even sweat.
You guys should have seen his butt earlier.
Yeah, but it's too hot to stay up here and take pictures. I wish we could just like have the sun setting right now, but of course that's not the case. We just got back to the RV from downtown Wilmington and we decided that we're gonna take a little walk around this park. Caleb had some plans with his family tonight, so we just wanted to let him go a little bit early. We're going on another alligator search. Hannah needs to wrestle one still before we get back home. So we want to do that, and then we're gonna find some dinner, and then we're gonna start heading in the direction of our home. It's already over. It's so sad. This is our last full day. Tomorrow is just driving home, basically. So it's pretty sad. There are all these spots, but somehow we still haven't seen an alligator yet. But this is like alligator territory right here. I don't know how we're not seeing
There's
one.
definitely one in there.
There has to be one somewhere.
So our friend Sasha is actually on the way to Wilmington. We just found that out. And so we've decided that we're gonna go grab dinner with her at Kava later today.
It looks like it's in like a mall parking lot, so it is an area that we can actually park the RV, which is a huge plus because as you guys know, parking the RV has been our biggest struggle this entire trip. But this is a really pretty park. Look at that.
It's beautiful.
It is so beautiful.
It is really beautiful.
So we're gonna take some pictures real quick and we're gonna head to dinner because I am hungry.
Me too.
Oh yeah. We just finished up at the park and we decided that we're gonna go ahead and make our way to the Kava where we're gonna eat dinner at. It's at a mall, so worst case, we can just wait on them inside the mall. Just look around, do some shopping with all the crazy money we have. We have no money at all.
I have 20 bucks.
I have 2. We just got to the mall where the restaurant is at and we're just gonna go inside and hang out until our friend Sasha gets here.
Shout out Sasha.
Shout out Sasha. Change of plans. I'm actually gonna go get a snack at Dave's Hot Chicken because like I'm hungry. And then I'm just gonna eat again in like 30 minutes when Sasha gets here. All right, all I gotta say is this stuff was way too expensive. It was $15 for 2 pieces of chicken. Literally 2 chicken tenders and fries and 2 pieces of bread and some sauce that I'm not even gonna use.
Not even a drink.
Not even a drink. It didn't come with any drink at all. And I couldn't even get a water. Better taste good. First impressions, it's pretty rough. $15 for this, I just cannot justify it. The chicken it just doesn't even taste right. And the fries are pretty good, but definitely not $15 worth. Dinner number 1 is almost finished, for me at least. And we're headed to Kava right across the street.
As we're walking into Kava, Caden is finishing his first dinner.
Now we're gonna meet up with Sasha and have dinner number 2.
Families are really close.
And she was just down there.
Yeah.
We just got done with dinner number 2 and we are about to head out. We're just gonna head towards our house and we're just gonna stop at a rest stop along the way. We're just gonna drive until we start getting tired and then we're just gonna call it a night. Bye, Wilmington. Lucky for us, we're finally driving towards the west, so we're gonna watch the sunset as we go along, and it's already looking like it's gonna be a really pretty one. Look at that, it is so pretty out here. I'm not going off the road, I promise. This is the first time that we've actually watched a full sunset, so it's amazing. I love this so much. And the clouds look so pretty tonight. It just keeps getting prettier and prettier. Our last pretty sunset of this whole entire trip. I'm so sad. I wish that we got to see more. All right, guys, just our luck. We just pulled up to the rest stop. that showed on Google Maps it was open 24/7, and we find out now after driving an hour out of the way that it's actually only open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So yet again, we have nowhere to stay tonight. So we're gonna have to figure out another solution for this. Our windshield is also fogging up really bad. So I got some Rain-X's, kind of like the only thing that I have to clean it off. So we're gonna hope for the best with that. All right, so yet another change of plans. Because this rest stop is closed, we are headed to a truck stop. So even though we wanted to try out a rest stop for the first time, we are gonna do another truck stop. So we're gonna go backwards like 15 minutes just so we can go back home 4 more hours tomorrow. I mean, it's only 15 minutes out of the way. It's not that big of a deal, but it is kind of annoying that we just drove all this way just to be in the wrong place. So Google Maps, we are very angry with you. We found a spot at the truck stop. It is pretty packed here, and we don't want to take up like an actual truck spot, so we kind of just parked on the side of the road with some other trucks. We're gonna run inside. Hannah needs to use the bathroom, and I just want to ask the managers to make sure that we're actually okay to stay here. Again, we are not very experienced with this, so we just want to be 100% sure that we're actually okay doing this before we do take a spot and we're not supposed to.
They said we're allowed to sleep here, but apparently this truck stop charges $10 a night to sleep here. So we got over it and we paid the $10, and now we're gonna get ready for bed because we have had a long week and it is past our bedtime.
Oh yeah, very past our bedtime. I am so sleepy. So on the plus side of us staying at a truck stop versus a rest area, we can use our generator, which means that we get to use AC, which is the best thing ever. So we're gonna have our AC on for a while. Because we're more towards like central North Carolina versus being on the coast, it is a little bit more cool here and not nearly as humid as it was on the coast. So that is very exciting because it's definitely gonna help us sleep better, just being so much cooler in here. Good morning, everyone. It is officially our final day of this first ever boondocking adventure with our RV. It has been so fun, and we are so happy and so lucky that we could have done this, but it does have to come to an end just for now. We have to go back to work. All we're doing today is just driving home. It's about 3.5 to 4 hours left on our drive, and then we're gonna be done for the day. We're just gonna spend some time with our families and stuff for 4th of July.
We're so glad we did this test run because we've learned so much on this adventure about our RV. And stay tuned because we will be making some videos about what we have learned. But that's all for this video. Thank you guys for watching this vlog, and stay tuned for so many more adventures coming soon.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.